Okay, it's on. Alright. Well, that took forever. Alright. Okay, so long story short, I'm always wrong. Nothing's right. Everyone else is right, and the world hates me. Blah 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 blah. No, my name is Tyler Allen Howard. I am 35 years old, and a tendency to have my girlfriend always wanted to get into a verbal argument through text messages or voice over phone. Now, I understand the implementation of manipulation between getting written or vocal proof to hold against someone else. I don't understand that in a human being. I would never do that to anyone. There would be no point for it to me. I literally would not gain anything but a headache from doing that to someone else, like try for blackmail or something. I don't know. It wouldn't benefit me. If it was for biological purposes, or if it was for money, or if it was for gain or loss, it wouldn't benefit me. But I understand for people, who like to try to, bet on the system and see if they win, or bet, what do they call it? Bet against the system. So, which way am I going? IA or Honolulu? Going Honolulu. So I got off of work, then my car told me I needed gas, so I went to the local gas station right outside of work and filled up, checked my tire pressure, got gas, and then pulled over to get this Bluetooth thingy synced again, because I had problems earlier this morning, but not too many problems. So, right about the time I had time for the Bluetooth to get connected, what ended up happening was I get message for burritos. Girlfriend said she's gonna go get tacos. I'm like, okay, go get tacos. Or Taco Bell or something like that. And I'm like, I'll have 2 burritos, or same old, or something like that. And what ends up happening is, hang on, I got a BMW right in my butt. Hang on. There you go. I'm going 5 over the speed limit. Sheesh. This is a side street. It's not even the highway. Holy moly. Anywho, basically where it was going is she asked if that's exactly what I wanted, and I was like, why are we texting? I can call her. So I call her, and then it was that what was implied that was never actually stated of, food gets obtained, sometimes is not eaten by a certain someone, and I contradicted it. I was like, the only time I truly have not eaten food is as if it's so greasy and so horrendously horrible, where I know if I take a bite, I'm going to shit my pants. Yeah, that I won't have. But beyond that, I will. I've always eaten the food that either we get for food for home for eat. But here's the thing: if it's the extra, wow, it's really loud today. Huh? Close a few windows. At least that one. Okay, that one. We'll leave the back ones open. You know why it's loud today? Actually, I know why it's loud today. It's loud today because traffic is times 10. There's more traffic than there was yesterday. So, anywho, what ended up happening, I'm yelling now, and I don't need to. What ended up happening was basically that. I was just like, no, you're implying that I don't eat the food that we get, and I'm like, I have always eaten the food that we get. The only time I don't eat the food is is such and such. Before I could finish, the line dropped. So then it became a text message back and forth and screenshots sent back and forth, and I contradicted myself of how it would have been. It's like, just because you have screenshots doesn't prove you're right. And then it's like, you know what? I shouldn't actually say that because, I kind of base my work process off of that. But then again, I do know everything at work is kind of scrutinized to be 100% manipulatable, basically to benefit who's ever going to profit more, or be employed the longest, or win the next contract to stay employed. I don't know. Work is work, and I'm staying out of that. I don't want nothing to deal with that. But so then the text message. So I rewrote because this fancy new phone and the operating system on it, and the cloud space that we have, it allows edits in real time to change what was written using iCloud. So I edited the message and basically stated I should have not responded in general. It feels like an argument that is exactly pointless. Why are we even arguing such and such? I could read it off when I park. But it just is like it's an argument for no other point but an argument. Probably a good innuendo to get me to live stream about it and make comments about it. But that's basically it's like 100% pointless. 100% pointless. But yeah, it's okay. Nicole Grenning is watching. Oh, hi again. Interesting. You all, that family is really out to get me, huh? Fake cough. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I really can't. It's just too pathetic. It really is. What used to be is not something that can be held over against me anymore. Regardless if nothing is going to happen to me, if everything's going to happen to me, if this truly is to get separation between occupational and relationship and society in itself. I don't know. They've kind of lost any leverage over me, and I'm kind of really actually stating that because I do care to live, but I won't jeopardize who I am. I will not become another puppet that anyone else can control. Fuck that. I am me. I will always be me, and no one else can be me. I can tell you that. I've always been honest, maybe not in the relationship of partners, but I've always been honest when it comes into doing my job, doing it right, and when it comes down to it, doing the right thing. And I have always done I have tried doing the right thing. The right thing for me is not to give up on something that I put 11 years into it. Not just because text messages back and forth or phone calls back and forth. It would be pointless. Now, if something was given to me to move forward on something to end it, I would fight it up to a point where it's not going to cost me either my job or a roof over my head. So if it got down to a point where, me and my girlfriend were really, really having a bad time, possibly we would have to review that. But right now, we're arguing about tacos. Who else in the world gets into an argument after a 10-hour day, after a 10-hour day, gets into an argument with their partner or friendship or family member, or even themselves, on what to eat next and how many tacos or burritos should be gotten. So, yeah, that's that. My girlfriend's almost 40 years old, and I do love her. I know how her mind thinks, and that can't be replaced. A simple look. I know she can change her look pretty well. Actually, she did a good job doing River from Serenity or Firefly the other day. She did a turned face and scritched face where she would have done it to Simon when she was questioning the personality character. So she's very good at changing her facial features. Mine don't change much unless I actually want it to. I do have a surprised face, I do have a scared face, and I do have a I don't want to be fucked with face. I don't have I do not have a fighter face. Okay, my fighter face is literally just blank. It's just scribble a marker on my face. Because honestly, fighting's not. There's no point to it. I'm short. I'm stocky. Yes, I can hold my own if it came down to it. But if someone wanted to hurt me, it would take 2 seconds for someone that was actually trained to do so. There's a difference between, I know I could defend myself if I actually needed to it, than someone knowing that they have been trained to kill someone and protect themselves. I have not. I've been trained as a high schooler to wrestle, and I've been trained as a military person to, what do they call it, to control an outcome when it comes to hand-to-hand combat on the ground. It's not control over the opponent. It's not a control over the situation. It's not control to get into a position for worst case scenario, execution thingy or something like that. It's control over the ground scenario of hand-to-hand or leg-to-leg combat. To continuously let it go. And the goal on that, for us fighters that are not fighters, the goal on that was like, cop. Am I being escorted home now? The goal on that actually it's to both opponents, both sides of ground-to-ground combat, hand-to-hand, is to wear themselves out. It's to actually get them so tired that regardless of the end of the scenario, none of them want to continue to actually fight. I have been trained on how to do that, but I have not been trained on how to hurt someone. That would be TV shows and movies, and I don't believe in that. If I hurt someone, it's going to also be me. And I will not hit the red button. I will not hit the red button. Oop, it's gray. Oop. No. Anywho, I'm yelling because I have the windows open. I would be profusely sweating right now. 81 degrees, and we're up in the mountain tops right now. So that would mean down Oceanside where we were, that had to have been probably 85, 90. It's hot today. It's stupid hot. I got into my car and it was reading 95. My AC don't work. I think that's actually probably why people are, everyone's probably always wondering why that, Anyhow. Man, I really have every idea that I do actually know about. I also know they can't prove a goddamn thing. They would have to actually own not just the government, the military, but also the judicial system. They would have to pay out to every society personnel. My family cannot do that. There's no way their leverage goes that far. There's no fucking way. They would actually have to own the goddamn world, and my family is not that rich. Hell, we used to have powdered milk in my day. I don't know if anyone actually remembers that. That would have been right after 9/11 hit, or you know what? Actually, so short story. I'll do a short story, and it will get us halfway through outside the tunnel and back around. My father, back in, I think it was between the years of 1994 to 97. It was either before my sister was born or right after. But my father, he was so scared of the Cold War kicking back up. Apparently something happened and happened again, and like one week or something like that, he unplugs practically anything that was electronic in the basement. And this is a VHS editing system, something that actually cost money back in the day to do his job. And then he started duct taping the windows, and then we were getting masks to wear and stuff like that. Like, he was really worried. And then 9/11 hits, and my dad did it again. It was like we get sent home, schools close, buses come to pick us up, and people who don't normally take the bus, parents had to come pick them up, or friends and family, or parent and guardian. It was a big ordeal. It was a very big ordeal. I was in middle school, and it was an English class or a literature class, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. Okie dokie. My name is Tyler Allen Howard. I am July 5, 1990, Howard Tyler Allen at iCloud, Howard Tyler Allen at Gmail. Basically, got off of work, put air in the tires, got gas, sent text messages and voice conversation with girlfriend with an argument of tacos. Something completely pointless, but I guess it fuels the fire for whatever ending outcome that comes to be, and or it could be just for the peanut gallery. Either way, I don't care. At this point, I really don't. If she wants money back, I'll give her the damn money back. If she wants my soul, I think I've already given her my soul. So, ain't that the truth? So when we get down to it, what else do I got? I talked about my dad kind of worrying about 9/11, duct taping and all that. I have no idea where that actually came from, but it was a memory that popped in my head. I think it actually means a lot because how terrified my dad was, terrified the perspective today. My dad didn't scare easily. He was the one that was scary, and it was because of verbal abusive when he was drinking, or something else. But my dad was. It's really hard to explain. It really is, because. Okay, here's a good example. Ever find someone so comfortable with themselves, so down to earth in real life moment, where they know where they're at, who they love, and where they want to go, and what they want, regardless of the situation. If it's scheduling between substance abuses or family members or food or work or pleasure and or all above, this person at almost every moment knows who they are. My dad, right after 9/11, didn't. He was terrifying. He was terrified, which terrified me because of how terrified. And now looking back now at how terrified he was, it's that person. That mindset, that in the moment mindset of always having to pleasure everyone else, being on the comical side, and just knowing who to contact if it needed to go that way. That was my dad, and that was not my dad when 9/11 hit. He panicked. He duct taped, and we got masks, and panicked. Looking back at that, it's terrifying now. I don't think I've seen anyone else that scared. I don't think I've actually seen anyone else that scared. And the problem is, and I guess I'll bring this up as a resemblance for myself, is the problem for me. The problem for me is that I can become scared for milliseconds now, but no longer am I scared of dying, because eventually that has to happen. There's no way that this can continue. Something's got to give. And I know my body is 35 years old and it's always being worn and torn down by the environment around me and the people. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to quit just because the people are falsifying every documentation and truth out there. There's no way I'm going to give up. There's no damn way. Because at some point, their control, their power over what they have will be dwindled. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. No one who stays in control stays in control forever, even if it's a generational thing, if it's family heritage, crowned. No one who stays in control, no one in control stays in control. It does not happen. Either they're bought out, and this day and age, what will end up happening is the market of the entire junction of the system is going to fucking crash. This technology, though the hardware is nice, the software is shit. And eventually someone like me, but that would have ill intent, could backtrace the trunking ports that are within the network systems of these multicasting devices and fucking wreak havoc. It wouldn't be complicated. It will not be complicated. Take someone's hash from someone else's login. It could be anything. TikTok, anything that already has a Kerberos login or that passkey. It shows that hash in Facebook when it logs in, right? You think that's secure. That's actually not secure. That's telling what owner of the operating system it's running at that exact moment, what version of it, what type of signal it's receiving. It tells them exactly what cellular farm it's at. And you're telling me I'm going through this light. I'm not brake checking the guy behind me because it went red. I'm not doing that. The light went from green to yellow to red within milliseconds, and there was a Ford F-150 directly on my butt. I was not going to hit my brakes at the last moment just so the guy behind me looks like he was getting brake checked by the camera that's on this dashboard. I'm not doing it. So I went through a yellow light. Sue me. I got worse problems in my life. But for real, you realize the technology in this multicasting system, y'all on the back end of the system would have to have the Fortnite of all Fortnite securities, because I can tell you right now, it would not be complicated to literally grab what information I have on this device, throw it to another, and have it wreak havoc on the system. It would not be complicated. It would be easy, especially with all the tools that are available in this day and age. You literally crash the entire system in milliseconds. I don't know how to program, but I also know that this system is broke. Okay. Anywho, I'll keep the live stream going until I get to the neighborhood. I'm not doing it. My name is Tyler Allen Howard, and I'm on my way home from work, getting air in the tires, getting gas, arguing over tacos and burritos through text and voice, and now I have been live streaming for I don't know how long, but like I've been stating, I'm pretty sure this one's the last one that I do on Facebook. I don't like the fact that I don't get the original copy of the video that get recorded. I used to, on the old phone that I had, I used to get the original recording of the live stream. But recently that does not happen anymore. I have to go to Facebook, and Facebook auto hashes their videos or photos when they get downloaded. And so YouTube and all other streaming services, when duplicated and sent out for reposts or post on top of the post, it's been uploading in standard edition. And this is 4K technology, or 8K technology. I mean, we're 2026. There's no damn way I'm SD on a live stream video on a 2026 cellular device. There's no damn way. That's because of the tagging of the actual download from Facebook itself. So, probably my last live stream ever on Facebook. I might do it again just so the last one's not an argument of me yelling about burritos and Taco Bell. But I love you all so much, and have a wonderful evening, afternoon. Okay, actually, let me say this again. Have a wonderful evening. It's already afternoon. And if I don't see you, have a wonderful good night.